The Raiders lost to the Chiefs last night. Division rivals looking to turn their season around. They have one win on the entire season, and they lost 29-30 in devastating fashion after that wide receiver there, number 17, Davante Adams, had a bit of a collision with his teammate on a last-second play. Nothing ever went down. There was a cameraman that he shoved out of his way, walked over like he ain't nothing, and continued on into the locker room. Let's look at some of these side angles from the actual event since ESPN put it on here. Let's look at this again. So he's sauntering off the field, very upset. He had just slammed his helmet on the sideline. Can't believe this happened to us. And here comes Josh. Josh, the cameraman's like, hey, so how'd you feel about the? No, he didn't ask him questions. I'm adding that part. But I'm calling him Josh just because. But he hit the ground. Davante was not very happy. Here's a couple more of these details of it. Let's go to graphic 5, you guys. Because after he pushed the man, Adams was still wearing his helmet, as you saw. He continued walking into the locker room afterwards, not looking back at the person on the ground. Adams is facing some discipline though from the NFL over this altercation, I guess you could call it. And they're reviewing that situation. That's what NFL media said. Now, also Tom Pelissero also tweeted this out. That wide receiver Davante Adams is facing NFL discipline and potentially even a suspension is what people are tossing around for shoving that man to the ground after they lost to the Chiefs. And the league is reviewing the situation. And Adams did apologize though. Many people said he stepped over the guy and didn't care. I want to apologize from that. He stepped in front of me. Obviously I was frustrated. It was a general response and reaction. I shoved him. In fact, he went on Twitter even more wise before you go off on Davante. On Twitter, he also said sorry to the guy I pushed over after the game. Obviously very frustrated at the way the game ended. And when he ran in front of me as I exited, that was my reaction. And I felt horrible immediately. That's not me. My apologies, man. I hope you see this. First of all, I think what he's gonna see is a bit of a payday, a sizable check. And moving on with his life. He seems to be fine. I'm not sure if he had any bumps or bruises there going on there. But people are very upset, as you can imagine. So I'm gonna unleash you, Waz. What are your thoughts on this? Guilty or not guilty?
Look, man, he obviously shouldn't have pushed that guy. I think people gotta realize what it takes to play in the NFL, the sort of testosterone and just adrenaline that's pumping through these guys after an emotional loss. Davante Adams coming from the Green Bay Packers, where he's used to winning division titles, playoffs, NFC championship games every single year. Like he's just not used to starting a season 1-4. He actually bobbled and dropped the key pass that would have put them in perhaps field goal range right before that. So like he's partly to blame for this loss. So I understand the frustrations, and homie didn't get hurt. He's obviously gonna be fine. I think 75K should do it. Not 75K to that man. You know what I mean? And keep it pushing. Nobody was seriously injured. Davante Adams acknowledges he made a mistake. He shouldn't have done that. But yeah, come about your pockets, boy. Get that man a check. Yeah.
People always say stuff like, "Hey, would you take would you do one round with Mike Tyson if the payday was $1 million?" And be like, "Yeah, I'll take it, but you might not survive it." This was a shove, bro. Yo, I will take. You said 75. I'm thinking it's gonna be in the 6 figures, 125, 150.
Ooh, that's kind of steep.
It's very.
He better come back with some type of neck injury, a neck crick, or his back is aching. He better come back with something serious for 125.
You gotta make him very happy. Cause look, if they suspend him for a game check is more than 125.
Yeah, it's definitely more than that. But I don't think he'll get it. He won't get a game suspension, but he will probably get a fine. And I think he should personally write a check out to that dude, or maybe show up to a birthday party or something in the offseason for a family member. Something. He got to make this dude whole, because that was just uncalled for. This man is just trying to do his job. He's not a millionaire. He's not some prominent figure, public figure. He's just a working stiff doing his job and just gets brushed to the ground like that. I gotta say though, he gotta be a little bit more sturdy than that, Jayar. The way he gotta come on now.
He hit him with the NBA flop.
No.
Which, by the way, do it, bro. Hey, hit him with it. It's okay. Take it. So I will take the flop, and I will take my 125K. It's cool. Take it.
He might have flopped. He might have flopped there. He might have added some extra sauce on that.
Look at this slander coming from you, just to defend Davante Adams and his viciousness. Which, by the way, he had an apology. He said what he said. He did what he did. He knows it was wrong. He's gonna pay up. We'll see what happens. I mean, what did he want him to say? Yeah, I hope he dies and I hope he burns in hell. What's he supposed to say?